Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking the new Super Sugo Fest Sanji and the new and improved Free Spirit team into some Pirate Rumble. We're going to take a look at some changes that have been made with the release of this particular character, namely for Luffy Yamato, as well as what this character actually does. Now, Sanji in Rumble is an absolute demon. On paper, he's exceptionally good, and in practice, I've been having a lot of fun with this particular team. This particular Free Spirit team has been the most satisfying team that I've ran in a very long time. I had a lot of fun with Odin and Toki with Carrot, but what Sanji can do is exceptionally powerful with the addition of level limit break for Rayleigh and the new characters of Ace Yamato and Odin and Toki. The Free Spirit team just seems to be getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what they do with like Zoro if they include him on Free Spirit, or if they get like a PvP rare recruit that's just incredibly good as well. As Otama is kind of not really cutting it nowadays. But what does Sanji do? In Rumble, his ability does Free Spirit teammates speed up level 6, HP up level 6, self shield level 5, and if you have a Luffy on the team, he boosts Free Spirit class teammates speed up level 5 and attack up level 5. So his passive is exceptional, provided you are running a Free Spirit team and you have a Luffy on the squad, which we do with this particular team, being Luffy and Yamato. His special targets teammates within a medium range for speed up, attack up, and defense up level 6 for 30 seconds, targets one enemy with high current HP for attack times 2, damage up to 3 times, and when you have a Luffy on the team, Free Spirit class teammates get a CT reduction of 30%. Absolutely massive. 30% CT reduction if you have a Luffy is monstrous for Free Spirit characters, and as you can see with Otama and her sustainability, with Rayleigh and his bulk, and then the haste ability, the damage output of Odin Toki, and all the damage you can get in the back end for Luffy Yamato, like you can pop off Luffy Yamato exceptionally well at the back end of a fight. Now, these particular fights, most of them we are going up against the PvP challenges, but I did do some actual PvP fights before doing that. So I have taken this team into pretty much all of the challenge events. It can't beat Pell, obviously, like Pell is kind of nuts, but if it was Grand Party, we would have with the timeout system. But like that Dex team, it's just so goddamn tanky. However, we did take on Orochi and we got that done. We did versus Blue Jam, which you'll see in this video. We did Apu, we did Fuji, we did Smoothie. We did a lot of the challenges, and this team actually was very, very successful. Even here, where we are versing Strikers, which are an exceptionally powerful team. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not like a max invested Striker team or anything like that, and I do think the Striker team is better. But it was nice to see that this particular team managed to get it done, and with the help of a very, very strong bench, Sanji and the Free Spirits could get the dub. Alright, so moving on to another class-based fight now. We found a shooter team, and shooters, obviously, I've been running around in terms of very defensive bulk, so I wanted to show off how good Luffy Yamato can be once you do get to that back end of the 40 seconds. When you hit the 30 seconds especially, and everyone gets level 10 defense down and CT speed up, Luffy and Yamato just start going absolutely ballistic, and with the help of Sanji's 30% reduction, it just means that you can get a lot of specials off very, very quickly. On top of that, you have Odin and Toki's haste ability, and when popped at the right time, you just basically have Luffy Yamato go straight away, or you have Toki to just sustain, or you can even have Rayleigh with his fixed damage. So it all works out pretty nicely. You can even bring like Sanji to the front, get Sanji with his CT reduction, and then Luffy Yamato to proc, and then you get a lot of damage output. But as you can see, we get Luffy and Yamato ready to go within about the first 30 seconds, and after Sanji, they go at least within the first 40 seconds. And that means by the time they go, if they go after Sanji, they will be ready to go by the time you get back around that 50 seconds to the 40 second mark, and then easily again about 20 seconds later, which is just absolutely wild. Sanji's behavior pattern does a normal attack, power attack, heal teammate in a range of level 1, and then a normal attack after that. His priority is closest enemies, and then he has resistance to action bind, and he reduces damage taken from quick and driven characters by 30%. So if you do come up against driven, he is going to be very good tanking wise, and obviously against quick, his natural counterpart, he's going to be very, very good there as well. Sanji's also incredibly powerful in Grand Party. He boosts Free Spirits teammates attack up level 6 and speed up level 6. I don't know why that was so hard to say. CT speed up level 2. Fighters get blow away percent up, HP percent up, and crit percent up level 4. And then Dex teammates HP speed up level 4 and defense up level 3. So as you can see, like taking on the shooters, can be a bit finicky because they have so much defense. But once you do get towards the back end of the fights, you can do absolute bits. And I'm really excited to see how this guy goes in Grand Party. Oh, we got the haste there, now action bind. It's so satisfying, man. It's so satisfying. I'm really keen to see how this team goes in actually Grand Party, and whether or not I actually do take it into Grand Party, because as I mentioned, the bench is what makes this team very strong as well. And Pell, Dalton, King, like, they could pop up on some other teams. Alright, so onto the Apu challenge fight now. This is where stuff gets a lot bigger. 81k doesn't seem overly high compared to like what Pell team is on, like 104, and the Blue Gem fight as well, which we actually do after this. So this does seem like kind of low. So interesting that it is so low, but nevertheless, it is one of the newer inch-driven ones. So I thought we'd take this on as well, and see how the Free Spirit team performs there. I do want to sort of test how Roger goes on this team as well. I think Roger could probably come in over something like Odin and Toki, but Odin and Toki's haste ability is so incredibly powerful. Or you could easily run like a 5-man team here and just put Roger on the bench, and that way you can use Roger as your GP leader. Because this team does seem fairly nice, and like I said, I do really want to see how this team operates in Grand Party, because a lot of these units won't be popping up on other teams. However, the bench, as I keep rambling on about, probably will. Pell, Dalton, obviously are staples on the Dex team, and King is just such a good nuker across the board, across any team that you put him on, so he may be needed elsewhere. But if you do, and you can put this team together, the bench of Pell and Dalton are very, very good, because when they come in, if they're coming in over something like Otama and Toki, or even something like Otama and Luffy Yamato, and you still have Rayleigh and Sanji in the lineup, both Dalton and Pell will be buffing Dex, which means you actually get some buffs there. On top of that, Pell's buffing Dalton, being a powerhouse character as well. So you can do some pretty cool stuff there, and obviously they're all very, very good bench characters. As you'll see here, Pell comes in, he gets some very, very good stats to both Rayleigh and Sanji, which keeps Sanji alive, which helps get Luffy and Yamato special, and just having that, like that is so satisfying. Seeing that pop off right after the 50 seconds, getting an absolute board wipe, and then just seeing the bench come in and knowing that we are so stocked with all of our units. We have a heal with Otama to come. Pell hasn't even popped his special off yet. Sanji's going to give us more CT reduction so we can get more specials for our Free Spirit characters. It's all so goddamn satisfying. So ridiculously satisfying. So this unit helps Luffy Yamato so goddamn much. It takes away a lot of that wonky aspect that the unit has, and makes the Free Spirit team a little bit more sustainable. Don't get me wrong, it's still not there yet, like the Strikers probably are, or even like the Slashers are, but it is on its way to being a well-rounded and formidable team. Alright, so the final challenge fight is against Blue Jam, and this one was actually a bit of a 50-50. I did fight this one 6 times, and I got 3 wins, 2 losses, and a draw, technically, because we got timed out. So this one was a bit iffy, and it could kind of go either way, depending on the RNG of stuff like Blue Jam and the haste of Magellan. But, look, that's PvP for you. That's Pirate Rumble. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it is still a game of RNG, and the whole concept of the game is to reduce that RNG to its most minimal value when you are brainstorming or coming up against other teams. But for like I was saying, Free Spirit are on the way to being a very formidable team. They do have a lot of other good options. You have Rayleigh Gaban, if you can make it an 8-man team. You have options like Roger. Sai Odin is another very good shout. You can use Kinemon Denjiro. You can even run that's like the Sai variation with like Yamato and stuff like that as well. You have One Law. There are a lot of options. You even have Straw Hat Crew, which you can definitely run. If you're running more of a Strength, Dex, and Quick team, Sanji obviously being a Dex unit, you could easily put Straw Hat Crew on this team. But I do think that like Luffy Yamato just nowadays are a little bit better with what they can provide with their passive. And that doesn't mean that Straw Hat Crew V2 still isn't a very, very good Pirate Rumble unit. It just means that obviously you can't, actually now that I'm talking about it, like you can't use Sanji. I'm a dickhead. You can't use Sanji with Straw Hat Crew V2. Ignore everything I just said. Except for the fact that Straw Hat Crew V2 is still a very, very good PvP character. But I'm super keen to use this guy in Grand Party for the next season. I'm super keen to see how this team can operate, because just like Slashers sort of flew under the radar and just became so friggin' good, and same with Strikers, people just like had no idea how good Strikers were for so long. It will be really interesting to see if we do get like 1 or 2 PvP characters, even one that's like on a level that can really help the team out. If we get 2, that would be exceptional for free spirits. Like, look how satisfying that is. Oh, beautiful. You love to see that. It would just put this team over the edge. Also, in Grand Party, if you do use Sanji, he has a pretty good burst. When you use 7 Rumble specials, he targets 1 enemy for high attack of 4,000 damage up to 4 times. Targets 2 teammates with high special CT for 50% reduction, and then gives 100% chance of haste. So basically, if you have 2 units that are like ready to go and you really want to get their special, or they're about to get their special, you can time it in a way, for example, like, you want Luffy Yamato to get their special right now. You could easily use that now, so that your 2 highest, being Pell and Luffy Yamato, would get the cooldowns. Everyone would get haste, and that way you would get Luffy Yamato to prop off their special within the time frame that you actually need it to be, preferably in the last 50 seconds. So, super interesting character, works exceptionally well with free spirits, and really brings us to the forefront of the conversation when we are talking PvP or Pirate Rumble. And very, very excited to see how they morph into a much, much more formidable team in the future. But let me know your thoughts and opinions of Sanji in the comment section below. Are you enjoying the Free Spirit team? Are you not enjoying the Free Spirit team? Do you like it? Do you have any gripes with it? Let me know down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.